Hi my honeys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I'm going to be doing my MAC horror experience story. So basically I went into a MAC store earlier this week and I just had a really bad experience. Do not get me wrong, this is nothing against MAC itself. I love MAC as a brand. MAC has always been something I use on my face every single day. I always rave about it. But yeah, this was just this one worker. I feel like you're always going to have a worker in a store that's just not that great. And this worker was just horrible. Like, every time I've been into the MAC in my local store, the girls are all absolutely lovely. I know them all so well. We always have a chit chat. We always get on. Like, I literally have become friends with these MAC girls. But this girl was new. I'd not seen her before. And originally I thought she'd come from the downstairs bit. So basically in the department store where I tend to go to our MAC store, there's an upstairs MAC and there's a downstairs MAC in the same store. I think it's just because it gets really busy. So if they have two, they can kind of filter out the number of people. And I've got an itch again. They can kind of just filter out the number of people that are in there at that time. So that they're spread out over two floors. I don't really know the proper reason. I'm just guessing it's something to do with that because it does always get really busy. But yeah, originally I thought she'd come from the downstairs and come upstairs because I never used this downstairs really. So I hadn't seen this member of staff before. But it turns out she was new, which I found out later on from the other girl who helped me. And thank you so much to her because she was an absolute angel. Like, she was so lovely and she apologised, which I just want to thank her so much for because honestly, without her, I would have just wanted to have walked out there. But she was so helpful and I was very appreciative to her. So basically I went into a MAC store the other day, my local one, and I wanted to get a new highlighter. So the reason I wanted to get a new highlighter is because I felt like I'd been using the same one for quite a while. I've always loved the MAC skin finishes. I've always thought they're really great. I have Oh Darling and I have Soft and Gentle, and I love Soft and Gentle, but Oh Darling I just find is a bit gold sometimes on my pale skin when I don't have fake tan on. But I'll explain this in a minute further into the story. So basically I went into the MAC store. I didn't have any makeup on. I wouldn't say I looked bad, but I just had comfy clothes on. I had no makeup on and my hair was just tied up. It was just one of them days where I was being comfy and I wasn't too bothered because I was just nipping into town quickly. So yeah, I went into town, I went into the MAC store. And when I got in there, I was looking at the highlighters trying to decide, and normally the girls would approach you, so I knew to kind of wait. I didn't want to kind of go up to someone if they were maybe serving someone and I couldn't really tell. So I thought I'll just wait for someone to come over. So I was kind of looking at the highlighters, figuring out which ones I definitely would say no to. When this girl came over, so I'm not going to tell you this girl's name because obviously I do not want to exploit this girl in any way. She could be a really lovely person. Just on this one occasion she was just horrible. She just wasn't nice to me. So yeah, basically she came over and she was in a very patronising and not a very nice way. She just went, "Hi, can I help you?" It wasn't "Hi, can I help?" in a really nice way. She was just literally "I don't want to help you, but I'm going to ask if you need help." So I was like, yeah, okay, that would be brilliant. I was still being nice. I wasn't judging. I thought this maybe just could be a turn of voice. I was like, yeah, that would be really helpful if you could help me find a new highlighter. I've got really pale skin. I kind of like white ones or pink ones. I explained to her which ones I already had and the issues I had with them. So that's why I wanted to try and find one more suited to my skin tone because I'm very pale. You could see how pale I was. I had no makeup on. So she was kind of okay, well you're just going to have to wait because I don't know how I can help you when your skin's that light. And I was a bit huh? I don't know I feel like you have to be some kind of qualification to work at MAC with makeup. I'm pretty sure you do. Don't hold me to that. But I felt like you'd have to have some basic knowledge to know what kind of highlighters to recommend to a person with pale skin. You'd think you'd know the products which you had in store. Now I know she was a new member of staff, like I said, but you would think you'd had some knowledge to which highlighters would be best from pale skin at this point. So I was like, okay, is there another member of staff available who may be able to help me? If you're not too sure, is there anyone else? And she was like, no, we don't have anybody else available. I was like, right, okay, that's fine. I was like, well, I could always go to the downstairs bit and see if there's anyone down there who's free. And she's like, well, no, because I want the sale from this. So if someone else is going to help you, it has to be on this floor so I can still get the sale out of it. And I was kind of like, I don't understand what you mean. She was wanting someone else to find the product for me, but she wanted to get the sale out of it. So immediately I was just like, no, like, that would not be fair on that person. So I was like, no, honestly, it's fine, because I'm kind of in a rush. I wasn't in a rush. I just did not want this girl to get the sale at this point. Like, if someone else is doing your job for you, why should you be getting that sale? Because you're not the one who sold it to me, if that makes sense. So I was like, no, I'm in a rush, I'll get someone. And she was like, oh wait, no, hold it. So I was like, oh, okay, I will just stand right here. I will not move, I will not do anything. So she was like, give me 1 second. So I was like, okay. So I waited, and she went over to this girl who was like behind us. So I was stood here, she was stood here, and then this girl was behind us doing someone's makeup, which I thought was not, I felt it was a bit rude for her to go over to this girl who was getting her makeup done to speak to this member of staff about another customer. Like, if she was just asking a general question, that was fine, but she was like, went over to this member of staff, and she was like, look, there's this girl with really pale skin, she needs a new highlighter, I can't help her because, well, it's so pale, I don't think any of them would suit her. This is literally what she said to this girl. And then she just went, can you help her and just leave this girl for now? Which was the girl getting her face done. And I felt so bad for the girl. I was like, so I turned around at this point. I didn't even wait for this girl's response. I was like, no, do not break off from this girl's face. Like, honestly, it is fine. I've told her already I can go to the downstairs. But, like, I wasn't trying to be nasty. I was just trying to help everyone out. Like, I felt so bad. I was like creating this like massive situation which did not need to be created. So I was like, do not worry. And the girl was like, okay, thank you so much, I appreciate it. Like, I've still got like 10 minutes to do in this girl's face, and I really want to like make sure everything's done right. And I was like, do not worry. And then this girl went again, no, this is my sale, like, she cannot go to a different floor. And the girl went, well, if she needs one, there's no one else available, she's going to have to do, because obviously she really wants to do it, and she's not going to wait around, and if you don't know what you can give her, there's not much I can do, because I'm not going to break away from this customer. And she wasn't being nasty in saying this, she was treating the other customer right, who was there first, she was getting her first, and she was halfway through, like, doing her. So yeah, basically that is what happened so far. So then I was like, right, before I go downstairs, I will try and find a highlighter which will work. I'll patch test them on myself, I'll have a look at them, and I can take it to the till and hopefully get served by someone else. So I said to the girl, thank you for your help. Like, I was being nice at this point. I was like, thank you for trying to help me. I know you couldn't help me. I will figure it out for myself, and if I still struggle, I'll come back. I wasn't going to come back. I just knew that I could say that. So anyway, I stayed on this floor. I started patch testing in them, and I kind of thought a few was like, oh, that might pop on my skin well, but I was still struggling. By this point then, it had now been 10 minutes since I patch tested them. This girl had finished doing this girl's face. She'd gone, she'd done, she'd finished. So I thought, thank goodness, because I'm still really struggling here. Like, I really just wanted to get a really good one. So yeah, then this girl came over from the till, and she was like, I want to apologise for this member of staff. Like, she's brand new. I just don't know what she said to you, but I just want, obviously, for you to still want to have a look and still get an idea. So I was like, thank you so much, like, I'm not trying to be nasty in any way, I just wanted a bit of help trying to find a highlighter because I really struggle with this kind of thing. And she was like, no, do not worry, it's fine. She was like, I'm free now, so I will help you. So yeah, basically she said this highlighter will work for you. She was really helpful. She picked out a few, and she was like, do you want to test them? I said, well, I've got no foundation on my face today, I've got no makeup on at all, so rather than testing them, I was just going to put them on my hand and just kind of go with your opinion. Like, I really like the one you've got on, you've got really pale skin like me. What's that one? So she was telling me which one it is, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna give that one a try. Like, I was like, I'm happy to give it a go, I trust your opinion. Like, her face was flawless, like, I knew I could trust her opinion. So she was like, are you sure, I don't mind, like, putting a bit of foundation on and then putting it over the top. And I was like, no, do not worry, I'm happy to try this one. So she was like, okay, that's absolutely brilliant, like, I'm so happy you're happy to go with it. I'm sorry that the issues earlier. I'll put a few free samples in at the till, and then we can obviously get you sorted. So I was like, thank you. So she went over the till with this highlighter, what she got out the jar for me. And I thought, everything's fine, everything's sorted, I've got my highlighter, I've had a lovely member of staff, we're over the bad experience. Oh no, we was not done yet. So basically, this girl came back over, and she was like, this is my sale. This girl was spoke to by me first. And I said, not in a nasty way. Now, I just want to put it out there, I was not saying this in a nasty way. I was saying this in the way that I presume to be right. So I basically turned to her and I said, I know you helped me earlier, thank you for that, but this girl has been really lovely, she's helped me find the highlighter. I would really like the sale to go to her. Like, I wouldn't have found it if it wasn't for her. And this girl, she was not impressed. She was like, no. She turned and she went, This girl would not have helped you unless I had told her to help you after she finished that girl's face. So this is my sale, I'm going to take it and I'm going to put my name down for it. So what I did at this point is like, I went, okay. So I was like, okay, you can have the sale. I said to the girl, do not worry, I will sort it. So I gave this girl the sale. Now you may be thinking, why did you give this girl a sale? I didn't. I just said I was giving it to her. I let her put it through the till. I got the highlighter. This other girl put some free samples in. She was really upset and I was like, don't worry, I'm going to sort it. So when this other girl had walked off when she'd done my sale, I said to this other girl, I'm sorry, I was just getting her to put it through. Do you have a manager in? And she was like, yes, we do. So I was like, okay, perfect, where is she? And she was like, she's downstairs, she's in the downstairs section. And then she told me her name and I was like, okay, I'm going to go down there and I'm going to sort it for you. Like, I feel so bad. Thank you for all your help. This sale will go through as yours and I will get it sorted for you. And she was like, no, you don't have to do that. Don't worry about it. Like, it's fine. This girl's new. She's not been here long. I don't think she's had many sales. I mean, can you tell why she's not had many sales? But yeah, I was like, no, I am going to get this sorted for you because I am so impressed with your customer service today. You have been amazing. Like, you're one of the loveliest girls who's served me here. And she was like, I really appreciate that. It's so nice to see a customer appreciate a member of staff. And I was like, of course, like, you were incredible. So anyway, I went downstairs, I asked for this manager and she came over to me and I was like, hi. I've basically just been served upstairs. I explained the whole situation to her and basically, yeah, she just gave the sale to this other girl. She was really appreciative that I've come to her. She said that the other member of staff has had other complaints come in, so it can't just be me who's had the issue. So yeah, she sorted that out and I think she's actually done something about that member of staff. I don't know, I did not want to get anyone fired. I just had this bad experience and I just wanted the girl who had served me and who had done a really good job just to get a little bit of appreciation. I knew if I'd been in that job and the same situation had happened, I would have wanted to be appreciated. So yeah, it basically all got sorted. It was nice. The member of staff who did help me was brilliant and I was just so grateful for it. Like, thank you so much to the girl who did help me. I know you're not going to be watching this, but thank you. I really do appreciate what you did for me. And yeah, I love my new highlighter. So you are a queen. And I'll be sure to speak to you next time I'm in store and say thank you again because you really do deserve to be appreciated. And obviously if that other member of staff again, I'll be sure to avoid you. She was just not very nice and it was just not a brilliant experience with her. So, oh my gosh. So yeah, basically that is my MAC horror story. I mean, it's not much of a horror, is it? It was just not very nice member of staff. And I am, like I said, very grateful to that other member of staff who helped me. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you've had any bad experiences or even good experiences with MAC or any other brands, let me know down below. I'd love to know them, but yeah, I'm sure it's just this one member of staff who's not bad, like who's bad. It will not put me off using MAC. I will still be using it all the time and I'll still go into that store because it's my local store and I do love the girls in there. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and if you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. It is free, you don't have to. If you do not want to see this face again, then I understand, but obviously if you do, make sure you do and switch on my notifications so you know when I upload. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye honeys!